see what happened in northeastern states, why they are ethnically different, why geographically they are different, why in a sense they are geographically different, they are in hilly areas. The basic issue with northeastern states is that they did not believe that they are part of India. Nor there is any evidence or any issue or any connection saying that they are part of India. No way we can prove that they are Indians. But yes, we forced upon them to become Indians and they also accepted. Fine. Now, look at the children dressed in uniform, they are going to school. Look at the facial features, slight hypertelorism, round faces, the ethnic tribal culture, the modern youth with their traditional wear and all. This young man is wearing a jacket, is very happy, the girl is also smiling and she is wearing the beads and all. They are the traditional dress and they are a new modern part where they are going to school. Now the issue is their facial features, their dressing culture, their dietary practices, their belief systems are not like the other Indians. If I go to Bihar, can I find a Lord Shiva temple? Mataji Mandir? Tamil Nadu? Madurai? Andhra Pradesh? ఏంటి అమ్మవారు కూడా పైన అమ్మవారు కిందకి అమ్మవారు బాబు ఎవడా మరి ఏం మాట్లాడుతున్నారు ప్రతి ఊర్లో ఉంటుంది గ్రామ దేవతలు ఉంటారు కదా మరి నాకు సూళ్ళూరుపేటలో చెంగాలమ్మ లేదా మరి మీ పేరే కదా గడప కడప అంటే దేవుని గడప అది You know why it's called Kadapa? Kadapa means threshold. Every door in South India you have a yellow door before that. What do you call it in Kannada? Hosilu. ಅದು ಅರಿಶಿಣ ಕುಂಕುಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಚ್ಚುತ್ತೀವಿ ನಾಳೆ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಫ್ರೈಡೇ ಅದು ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಅಂತಿರಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು in Telugu it's called Kadapa. Gadapa. A few kilometers away from Kadapa city, there is a temple called Devuni Gadapa. Lord Venkateshwara temple there. Similarities. But barring Assam, where Kamakhya Mandir is, nowhere in northeastern state you find any Indian god temple there. Nowhere. No Indian culture, no Indian languages, no Indian traditions are followed. Can I celebrate Deepavali or Diwali in Delhi, Madhya Pradesh, Chennai, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Northeastern? No. Forget about it. It's not our festival. We have our own festivals. We have our own culture. We have our identity. When people can live with their identity, what problem does Indian government having or does have in going to them and annexing them and bringing them into their fold? What was the strategic importance India adopted in bringing northeastern India into the mainstream India? Was it economic, like in Assam? In Assam, the oldest oil wells, oil fields, petroleum fields are found in Digboy, Naharkatia, Moran region of Assam. In Meghalaya, we have coal, ginger, Naga infantry was part of army. Naga battalion was an Indian army unit. Then what happened? Why these ethnic people are fighting for their rights and why India wants to annex them, bring them into India, either to their advantage or disadvantage? What really happened? Let's see. Northeast India is a region situated in the easternmost part of India, comprising the 8 states of Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, or Assam now, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Tripura, and Sikkim. Sikkim is almost peaceful. Sikkim will not join these 7 sisters. Tripura had a problem, but overall, being a border state of West Bengal, it has many similarities with West Bengal governance, called Communist Party of India, Marxist and all. Yesterday we saw how Charu Majumdar and Kanu Sanyal brought in the communist ideology into West Bengal. Same happened in Tripura as well, but now Tripura had more tribal people, unlike the urban people of West Bengal. The tribals revolted for their rights. Now they are coming to mainstream India, accepted India as that. So Tripura and Sikkim can be removed. Nagaland had an aspiration to declare itself a country. It did not join India immediately. A plebiscite was also proposed. The then Assam governor Saleh Akbar Hydari did try to bring the Nagaland peace process and all, but with the active support of China, Nagaland possibly did not join India immediately. For close to 3 decades, it remained on its own. Till 1975, Nagaland was administered by Ministry of External Affairs. Then Indira Gandhi, the Prime Minister of India, invited the Naga leaders for discussions. Her condition was anything other than independence. Anything but independence. You want autonomy, we'll give you. You want your own identity, we'll give you. If you want to respect your tradition, we'll respect you. The discussion will go forward only if you don't ask for independence. Then it was gone to Ministry of Home Affairs. Even now, the confabulations are going on, but overall peaceful. Mizo has a Mizo National Front, which has issue with the Indian government. Meghalaya more or less peaceful, but sometimes there are the mining people who are there. Manipur has two particular communities, Meiteis, who are essentially from Plateau and they are Hindus. Cookies are the tribals who are Christians. Very recently, the government of India and Manipur Assembly passed bill saying that even Meiteis are scheduled tribe people, for which Cookies objected. The issue is so that the Cookie tribe people can enter the Meitei area for business, for celebrations and all. But no point of time Meiteis can enter Cookie area. Look at the divergence in that. Then Assam again had a lot of issues with United Assam Liberation Front called ULFA. Then Bodoland militancy and all that. Then Arunachal Pradesh, you have just seen that China has better control on Arunachal Pradesh than India has it. The northeast borders on four countries, namely China and Bhutan on its north. China is a problematic country with us, whereas Bhutan is a peaceful country, a friend of India. Myanmar on its east and Bangladesh on its south and west. They have 2.6 lakh kilometers, 7.6 of India's land area, well, population 39 million, 3.6 of India's population. It has 475 ethnic groups and 4 languages, dialects are spoken here. Within 7 or 6 states, 475 ethnic groups, means with the different identities, exist together. Okay, they have intertribal conflicts. At no point I am trying to say that all these tribal people are happy with themselves. No, I never said that. But whenever they fought and they got adjusted. They accepted each other. But none of them accepted India as a country for them. That's the issue. It linked with India's heartland through 21 km wide Siliguri corridor, which commonly known as Chicken's Neck. I'll show you the map now. It's a contentious border area between northeastern India and mainland India. In West Bengal, there is a place called Siliguri, a small corridor where 21 km long stretch, it's called Chicken's Neck, filled with the Radcliffe line. Let me wait for a minute and ask you, what is the Radcliffe line? Lord Radcliffe, Cyril Radcliffe, you want to keep your record straight. He was the commissioner for the borders. He was basically a geologist. He understood where India and other countries were divided based on the demographic number. So they were separated based on the demographic and when language and all. So identified which are the Muslim dominated areas. They separated. This part was separated as Pakistan. So what Bangladesh is that? The corridor flanked by Bhutan, Bangladesh and Nepal. So whole area is flanked. Flanked means next to it. Now this is Chicken's Neck. Look at it. It looks like a chicken's neck. This is Bangladesh. This is mainland India. This is Nepal. Bhutan. Bhutan is more or less peaceful. China. Bangladesh. This is Northeast India. Arunachal Pradesh. uh, half minute beta. All right, never mind. So this part is in North India. We saw the part. According report of the second Administrative Reforms Committee report, second ARC. Did you read the report? Were you told to read the report? No? Then I don't know what the reports you're supposed to read. I don't. Swaminathan Commission report. Swaminathan Commission report on farmers' distress. On farmers' distress. Surface tension. Next is Shantaram Committee report. Shantaram Committee report. For agricultural commodity pricing. Agriculture commodity pricing, or you can write MSP, minimum support price. How the government decide the MSP to the farmers. UPSC wants to know this. The third, second ARC, Administrative Reforms Committee. Administrative Reforms Committee report. This report will tell you a lot about public administration, sociological aspect of it, what exactly India is. It reflects, the report reflects all that. Second ARC. You can read all that, but the title heading is ARC. Pick up according to what your needs. In that northeastern India, second Administrative Reforms Committee commented as a place which is always disturbed. The northeast represents a state of stable anarchy. Stable anarchy. Anarchy means lack of control, lack of government. When a government has no control, it's called anarchy. Ana, no, arch, chief, ARCH. Hierarchy, archery. So, arch means chief. That means there is no head of the government. Government of the country has no control on this part of the country. Imagine in a daylight in Bengaluru, A attacks B and runs away. No one can catch that person. No law and order. No penalty. No police force. Let's imagine what is the condition of the people then. Can a government do that? Does a civil servant have the right to suspend your right to freedom? Curfew. If you come out of your house, I'll shoot you. What happened in lockdown in Corona time? If at all you came out of the house, the police will ask you, why did you come out? You are told at the medical shop or something else, because nowhere else you could go. Any cinema hall, bus station, railway station, nothing. Only grocery store and medical shops are open. And that too in an emergency, you should go. If at all you are going to medical shop, you should have a proper prescription for that. Otherwise you can't go further. The government has the power to control our actions. In absence of this, it's called anarchy. In other words, the government of India did not have control on northeastern states. That was the second ARC felt. Where the rule of law and other institutions of governance are subverted directly or through collusive arrangements to serve the personal or partisan ends of the militants. People are fighting with the government for their survival or for their existence, for their identity. The rule of law and other institutions of governance are subverted. Openly they defied the government. The people said that you are not our government. Then army had to enter with a special force, special act. That means the government as well as the parliament as well did not have a right to question the actions of army. Armed Forces Special Protection Act. Absolute blanket power. Such a power that probably no other country other than being a martial law or a country like China where human rights don't exist have used this power against not only militants but also against civilians, which further caused problems. Let me put it in as a simple possible way. An army soldier on duty away from his family. Hope you understand what I said. Okay, I'll refine my statement. An army soldier away from his wife or a partner for a long time. At one point of time, he wanted to need a necessity, a human necessity. Every animal needs it. It's nature. It's a hormone. It's called oxytocin. Love hormone. We all have it. Everybody has it. When you hug your pet, when you hug a child, it automatically releases. So good we feel it. These people, the police or these army officers, the power in their hands, abused innocent women, civilian women, under a gunpoint, which further enraged the militants because their community people were assaulted, further aggravated the issue and reached a boiling point. Regional issues, the inter-tribal conflicts. One tribal with the other tribal, their belief system, their agreement, their disagreements. Fine. The youth unemployment. Generally, the youth who did not have the mainstream education for quite some time after independence, or who did not want to leave their tribal identities, or did not want the modern education to come to them. In 1960 onwards, 51 to 56, the first 5-year plan implemented in India was the primary activity called agriculture, which rather was not very successful because they wanted India to come out of poverty after the British rule. But 1956 to 61 was the industrial planning by Mahalanobis plan, where a lot of steel plants, cement factories, power generation units were set up. When most of the Indians were ready to work, the Northeastern youth were not encouraged to apply. Because they were away from the mainstream education, which the government of India considers CBSE or any state, because education comes under concurrent list. No. With non-tribal businesses, because they are competing in non-tribal. Tribal business is selling their ethnic dresses, ethnic cultures and all. Fine. But there are other businesses like vegetables, fruits, petroleum products, coal, certain types of herbals which are native to that particular area. Illegal immigration from neighboring states, from Myanmar, from Bangladesh, people entered these areas, took away their lands and jobs, which these states opposed, and even land have to various conflicts and demands for succession autonomy. So many reasons the states thought we would better have our own control on our state. We want to be separate from the country. If not, let us have our own decision-making power. At no point of time we will accept Indian government as our government. That was the primary reason why northeastern states have an issue. Gaps at national level, the broad racial difference between India and its northeast and a tenuous geographical link. Tenuous means very thin, thread-like. The word tenuous, you see, very thin, thread-like. Dhara, dhaga. Thread, man, very easy to break. So the small 21-kilometer long part called chicken's neck contributed a sense of alienation. Like I told you, geographically, politically, ethnically, culturally, linguistically, they are different. Like I told you, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, you bring in front of me, I can identify the person and say that this person is Indian. I can say that. When I speak to them in Hindi, though I know the difference between Madhya Pradesh Hindi and Rajasthan Hindi and Uttar Pradesh Hindi, I can make out immediately. But more or less the culture, tradition remains same. But not in Northeast. They look different, they speak differently, their diets are different, and food culture, and their belief system is different. Yeah, and feeling of otherness. We are not you. We are not you. Look at me. Do I look Indian? నేను తెలుగు మాట్లాడితే తెలుగు వాళ్ళ కనబడతాను మీకు కదా? తెలుగు మీలాగా మాట్లాడలేను, తెలుగు అర్థమవుతుంది కదా మీకు కదా? ನಾನು ಕನ್ನಡ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ ನಿಮಗೆ? ನಾನು ಕನ್ನಡಿಗಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಿಮಗೆ ನಾನು ಕನ್ನಡ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ನನ್ನ ಮಾತೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಇವ್ರು ನಮ್ಮವರೇ ಅನ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ. இல்லையம்மா, தமிழ் வரான்னு நினச்சிக்கோமா. குணமாக தாராள பேச வராது எனக்கு, அது தெரியும் எனக்கு. இப்பதான் தமிழ்நாடு போறோம், அது எங்க கிடைக்கும், இது எங்க கிடைக்கும், அது எங்க இது எங்க அப்படிமா பேச முடியுமா? கொஞ்சமா பேசுவோம், போதும் இல்லையா? கத்திரிக்காய் ஒரு 1/2 கிலோ, ஒரு வெங்காயம் ஒரு 1/2 கிலோ, அப்படிதான் பேச முடியும். அப்போ ஒரு காஃபி குடம்பா சர்க்கரை கம்மி போட்டாங்க அப்படிதான் சொல்ல முடியுமா? ஒரு பிளேட் இட்லி சாம்பார் போட்டு அப்படியே சொல்ல முடியுமா? Can I live in Chennai? Can I? But can I live in Northeast India? No. Because I have a sense of otherness. When you stand out in Northeastern states as other, in your state, they stand out as other. They are alienated. You nammor Allah. You are not ours. जब मैं हिंदी बोलता हूँ, आप लोगों को शायद अंदाजा भी नहीं हो पाएगा कि जैसे हम हिंदी बोलते हैं ना, तो आप लोग बोल भी नहीं पाएंगे. जिस तरह हिंदी हम बोलते हैं, आप शायद कभी अंदाजा भी नहीं लगेगा जैसे हम तो हिंदी बोलते तो आप बोल भी नहीं पाते. हमारी मुहावरे होती है, हमारी भाषा होती है, हमारी संस्कृति होती है, हमारा खाना होता है. फिर भी अब जब दिल्ली आते हैं तो चल मिलता है, कोई नहीं है, हम भूल भी जाते आपसे. बट नॉट नॉर्थ इंडियंस, नॉर्थ ईस्ट इंडियंस. Because one boy came to Bengaluru to see his sister, elder sister and brother-in-law. ಪಾಪ ಅಕ್ಕ ಬಾವ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ರು, IIT ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ ಅವರು ಇಬ್ರು ನಾರ್ತ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಅವರು. ಪಾಪ ಈ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳವರು ಬೆನ್ನರ್ಘಟ್ಟ IIT ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ವೈಟ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ಮನೆ ತಗೊಂಡು ಇದು ಮನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರು. ಯಾರು? ಗಂಡ ಹೆಂಡತಿ, ಅವರಿಬ್ರು ನಾರ್ತ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು 6 ತಿಂಗಳಾಯ್ತು, ಒಂದು ವರ್ಷ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ತಮ್ಮಗೆ ಈ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳು ತಮ್ಮ ಇದ್ರು ನಾರ್ತ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಅಕ್ಕ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಯಾರು ಇರ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅಕ್ಕ ತಂಗೆ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಇರಲ್ವಾ? ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅಕ್ಕ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇವರು ಬಂದರು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಗೆ. ಆಯ್ತಪ್ಪ, ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋದ್ರು, ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಟೀ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ತಿಂಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಯ್ತು. ಅಕ್ಕ ನಾನು ಊರು ಸುತ್ತಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರು. ಬ್ಯಾಡೋ, ನೀನು ಕನ್ನಡ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ನಡ ಮಾತಾಡೇಬೇಕು, ನೀ ಹಿಂದಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ನೋಡ್ಕೋ. ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲಲ್ವೋ, ಹಿಂದಿ ಕನ್ನಡ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಾತಾಡೇಬೇಕು. ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ, ಮುझे तो कन्नड़ नहीं आता है, कन्नड़ नहीं आता है. और ಕನ್ನಡನೂ ಅನ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ತಂದ್ವಿ ಅವ್ರು ಪಾಪ. ಕನ್ನಡ, ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಕನ್ನಡ. ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡು, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಮೀನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಶಿ ಲರ್ನ್ಡ್ ಅ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಕನ್ನಡ. ರೈಟ್? ಇಫ್ ಸಂಬಡಿ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಯು ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್, ಸೇ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಏನು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಒಂದೇ ಮಾತು ಹೇಳು, ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. मुझे नहीं पता है, मैं नहीं जानता हूं, आई डोंट नो. somebody ask you address, ಸರ್ ಜಯನಗರ 4th ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಊಟ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಗಿಗುಡ್ಡೆ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಜಯದೇವ್ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಥರ ಕಲಿಸ್ಕೊಟ್ರು ಅವರು ಅಕ್ಕವರು. ಆಯ್ತು, ಇವನಿಗೋಸ ಬೈ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಆಯ್ತಪ್ಪ, ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಲಾಲ್ಬಾಗ್ ಹೋದ, MTRನಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತು ವಿದ್ಯಾರಣ್ಯ ಭವನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಸಾಲ ದೋಸೆ ಆಯಿತು, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಸುತ್ತಡ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸಂಜೆ ಬಂದು ಮೆಜೆಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಬಸ್ ಎತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾನು ಇನ್ನು ಕಡೆ ಓದಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಮಹಿಳೆಯರು ಅಂತ ಬರೆದುಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾವು BMTC ಬಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಹಿಳೆಯರ ಮೀಸಲಿರುವ ಆಸನದಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಳಿತು ಪ್ರಯಾಣಿಸುವ ಪುರುಷ ಪ್ರಯಾಣಿಕರಿಗೆ 100 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ದಂಡ ವಿಧಿಸಲಾಗುತ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ. ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಪಾಪ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳ ಸೀಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇವ್ರು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾರು? ನಮ್ಮ ಹೀರೋ. ನೋಡಿದ್ರು ನಾರ್ತ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಯಾಕೆ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರು ಪಾಪ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳೆಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಪಾಪ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳು ಅವ್ರನ್ನು ಅವಳಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, ಅಕ್ಕ ನೋಡಕ್ಕ, ಇವ್ರು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ಸೀಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ, ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಂತ. ಪಾಪ ಆ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರು ನಂತರ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜೋರಾಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾರು? ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್. ಹೇಳಪ್ಪ, ಲೇಡೀಸ್ ಸೀಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಪಾಪ ಅವನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವನು ಪಾಪ ಆಕಿ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರು ಈತನ ನೋಡಿ ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನೀವು ಹೆಂಗಸುರ ಗಂಡಸುರ ಅಂತ. ಏನು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರಪ್ಪ? ನೀವು ಹೆಂಗಸುರ ಗಂಡಸುರ ಅಂತ. ಅಕ್ಕೇನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ? ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಏನು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಂತೆ? ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಆಗಿನ ಬಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಂದಿನಿ ಪಾರ್ಲರ್ದಲ್ಲ, ರೈಲ್ವೆ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಕಡೆಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟರ್ನ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಇವ್ರು ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರು, ಡ್ರೈವರ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಬಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟನ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಸಡನ್ಲಿ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು ಡ್ರೈವರ್. ಯಾರಪ್ಪ ಇವರು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅಂತ. ನಾನೆಲ್ಲೋ ಹಿಂದಿ ಇದ್ದೆ ನಾನು. ಯಾಕೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಸರ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೇನೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲಂತೆ. ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಹೆಂಗಸರು ಗಂಡಸರು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲಂತೆ. Half of the Majestic bus stop stopped that day. They brought him down. Do you know what she asked? And then I said, anyone know Hindi? बोला मैं बात कर सकता हूँ. क्या? अरे वो पूछा कि आप तो आदमी औरत है. मैं आदमी हूँ तो वही पूछ रही थी कि आपने पता है? नहीं पता है. ऐसे पता है मैंने? हाँ ऐसे पता है तुम्हें. वो मुंडिया नीचे करके गया है. अगर इस तरह, तो culturally we are attached. We can understand, but not. We are alienable. Otherness. We are other to you. ನಾವು ನಿಮ್ಮಂಥವರಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಊಟ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಥೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಯೋಚನೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗ್ರಹಚಾರ ಬೇರೆ, ನಮ್ದು ಬೇರೆ. ಏನಮ್ಮ? That subsequently gave rise to a political culture of violent separatism when Indian government forced itself that you have to join us. When forced upon the people, say that you are Indians, and they say we are not Indians. If you force and say that you are my family, and you say I am not your family, then I will use force on you. What will you do? You will also retaliate. Who can change the identity? You can't. Ethnic tension. Northeast India is home to more than 50 ethnic rebel groups, a few demanding complete secession. Secession means separation from India. Others fighting for ethnic identities and homelands, and others running this insurgents as an industry to spin easy money without any political ideology. Now once the violence started, the difference of opinion started, there was divide among the people, China, which was waiting on the wings for such an opportunity to enter India, if not directly, indirectly, gave their guns and ammunition to the rebel groups so they could open fire on the Indian army. Indian army retaliated. They killed the rebel groups. Rebel groups killed Indian army. The war went on. Everyday affair. In between, the violent separatists and the army who suffered, the very common people. Women who had no role to play. Children, business people, teachers, the tribal leaders, who were otherwise very calm people, suffered in the hands of these two group fighting. Other fighting for the thing is, and it became an insult, because when somebody has a gun in the hand, he would not listen to no. If I ask you something you won't tell and I have a gun, will you tell the truth? Will you tell the truth which I want to listen? Or will you keep on telling what only you know? Will you tell me what I want to listen, or will you keep telling me what only you know? Really? If I have a gun in my hand, I'll tell you what to tell. It's called coercion. Remember I told you yesterday, judicial remand before the lawyer. You're arrested, somebody is arrested, he is given a judicial remand by the court. So nobody can force anything. I sit there, my lawyer will speak on my behalf. I don't know, I forgot. మర్చిపోయా గుర్తులేదు అని చెప్తాను. ఇది 14 days అయితే గుర్తు. Go. I won't tell. Now, will you tell? It is better accepting my theory or getting killed. That's exactly what the government of India did. To be honest with you, I know that I am a retired civil servant, I know what government did, but I also had access to a lot of classified documents. That is one reason why I teach internal security. I tell only truth, nothing but truth. Only truth. Whoever it is, the militants are wrong, let's say militants are wrong. The government is wrong, let's say government is wrong. But the UPSC is not government. UPSC is an independent body. You want to criticize the government, let's criticize it. Nothing wrong in it. But give me a solution to it. Militants in the formative years voiced genuine grievances of the people, such as poor governance. There were no governance to them. When Indian government forced upon themselves, they expected the Indian government to come with economic development policy, hospitals, good infrastructure, roads, schools for the children and all. That was not a possibility with the government of India. Government of India did not do that. Then they had an alienation, lack of development and apathetic attitude from the central government in the New Delhi. My dear boys and girls, it takes a lot of audacity to write this. I am going online, open. I am going online. The class being recorded in YouTube. I am going live actually. Let anyone see, I don't care. I am telling the truth and only truth. When you accepted to be the government, what you should do to the common people? Providing basic amenities like education, hygiene, health, infrastructure, schools, colleges, transport system. Nothing. Then there was alienation, they were separate. Neither the government of India believed that Northeast India belongs to them, nor Northeastern people believed that they are part of India. Lack of development and a pathetic attitude. Pathos, compassion. Sympathy. You all have sympathy, right? Don't you? हमदर्द नहीं यार, हमदर्द नहीं होती बेटा, नहीं होती है, होती यार. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಪಾಪ ಅನ್ಸ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ, ನಾನು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ನಾನಾ ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಪಾಪ ಹುಚ್ಚ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ? Yesterday she knows what I can do. She said, old man, she was saying, I'll let you cross the road from this end to the end. ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಬಿಡಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತು. I said, you will let me cross the road, I'll let you the cross. No, you are old man, ನೀವು ಮುದುಕ ಆಗಿದ್ಯಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ನಾನು ಮುದುಕ, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು ಬಿಡಿ, I can read between the lines. Then I showed what am I, what I can do. Is it? Yeah. Dabana yaar. How old am I? 62 years old. కడుపు రాలేదు. తెలుగొచ్చా? ఎలా? మీకు అర్థమవుతుందా? అది హొసూరు పక్కనే కదా. ఓ అందుక. Seriously, you wanna feel? There's no problem, free. एक घूसा दिया ना. One thing that lady the other day did not tell about me, which I generally don't tell anyone. I worked in Central Bureau of Investigation as Superintendent of Police. Nothing to clap. My life was in danger. Because I worked in money laundering, the DRA fellows were asked to join, the IRS people were asked to do IPS. I think there are very few officers. My career started as an IAS officer, worked in Ministry of External Affairs, Ministry of Economic Affairs, in the Department of Budget, CSO. Then I became an IRS officer. For 3 years I was IPS officer. Came back as the IRS officer, retired. About 3 services I did it. I used to work with them, so there was no difference between that. The Assistant Secretary, Joint Commissioner, Superintendent of Police, then Additional Commissioner, then retired. Right. So with time and opportunity, they have taken forms of insurgency across the region. Because consistent neglect by the government, apathetic attitude, no patha, no pathos, no feelings, apathetic. I don't have any feelings for any one of you. Then I don't care for you. I have an indifference towards you. If anything happened to you, I don't care. That's an attitude. ಹೆದರ್ಕೊಂತೀರಾ? ಅಂಜಿಕಾಗತ್ತಾ ಈ ಥರ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ? இருமா போக முடியுமா? எனக்கு முடியும். இப்படிலாம் இருந்து எனக்கு முடியும். Can you write like this? Who's calling? Mom.
I ordered something. The delivery is here. So can I pick up the phone?
Yeah, please. Yeah. Unless it's emergency. Role of the neighbors. Let's come to the neighbors like Myanmar, Bangladesh, China and all. Neighboring countries like China and Myanmar are accused of promoting insurgency in the region. Why? What evidence do we have? The bullets used by the militants carried the identity. When a bullet is used, it comes and hits the army or Japan or somewhere. We see the bullet and see the make and conditions and structure of it. And we know from where it has come. Either come from China or come from Myanmar. So, these militants are using arms sent by China. Similarly, the Maoists who are snipers in AK-47, when they open fire on CRPF Jawans, and when a CRPF Jawan dies, a post-mortem is conducted and the bullet is removed. They see it had a Chinese identity on the bullet. Why? Chhattisgarh, which is a central to India, which is in central India, in Indian forests, an Indian violent terrorist or extremist is shooting an Indian officer or Indian policeman with a gun and bullet made in China. We have evidence for this. Similarly, the northeastern violent separatists, violent movement leaders, when they fought, we found that identities of the bullets coming from, the ammunition coming from Myanmar and China. Pakistan, through its intelligence agency, the ISI, that thing that I told you, Intelligence Service Group, it didn't have assisted the militant groups in terms of training and finance. Even Pakistan is interested in helping any group which is against India. Enemy is the friend, right? No. I and this girl, we are both I and Savita, we are enemies. You and I are enemies. Now you both are friends now. The common ideal is to beat me. ನಾನು ಹೊಡಬೇಕು, ಇವರು ಹೊಡಬೇಕು, ನೀವು ಹೊಡಬೇಕು, ನನ್ನೇ ಹೊಡಬೇಕು. ನಾವಿಬ್ರು ಜೊತೆ ಆಗ್ಬೋದಾ? ಇಬ್ರು ಕಲ್ತು ಹೊಡ್ಬೋದಾ? ಇನ್ನ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹೊಡ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ನೀವು ನಾರ್ತ್ ಈಸ್ಟರ್ನು, ನೀವು ಪಾಕಿಸ್ತಾನ್, ಇಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಯಾರು ಎನಿಮಿ? ನಾನು, ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. Now you both can meet. So China said, Pakistan said, don't worry, we know how to deal with India. We were beaten them by many times. Not we have beaten them. We were beaten by them many times, so we know how to train you. So please come. I'll tell you everything about India. So you also get beaten. So fellows called the fellows trained India and they got beaten. When I was in northeastern part, then I came to know all these dramas of the people. China provided some assistance to groups such as NSCN in the 1980s. NSCN is Naga Socialist Council of National Socialist Council of Nagaland. Muiwa, right? Kaplang and Muiwa, am I right? You know that, right? It's your history. You were not even born that time. Isaac Muiwa and Kaplang group, they are separated. NSCN IM, then Kaplang group different. Anyway, she could have told me, but you are a little silent and shy girl. Are you? Even that girl is also shy. Shy means शर्माते हैं. हम जैसे शर्मा जी, आप शर्मा जी है और मैं गर्म नहीं बेशर्मा हूं. आप शर्मा जी है, मैं बेशर्मा हूं. अरे सरकार नौकरी की भाई, अब क्या की शर्म है? नाचिके नागತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ ಅಂತದೇನಿಲ್ಲ. ಆಯ್ತು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಮುಗಿತು. ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. 24/7 365 days you are on duty. ಮಾನಾಭಿಮಾನ ನಮ್ಗೇನು, ಸನ್ಮಾನ್ಯರು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ ನಮಗಿನೇ ಯಾರು ಪಾಪ. ಸನ್ಮಾನ್ಯರು ಜಯಪ್ರಕಾಶ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ? ಮಾನ ಮರ್ಯಾದೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಆಯ್ತಾ ಪಾಪ. ಯಾಕಮ್ಮ ನಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? అవమాన సన్మానాలు అనేవి మానాభిమానాలు ఉన్న వాళ్ళకి కానీ మన్నాడు వాళ్ళకి ఏంటే మళ్ళీ చెప్పండి, ఒకసారి చెప్పండి. అవమాన సన్మానాలు అనేవి మానాభిమానాలు ఉన్న వాళ్ళకి కానీ నాలాంటి వాళ్ళకి ఏంటి అని అన్నాను. అనేవి మానాభిమానాలు ఉన్న వాళ్ళకి కానీ నీకేంటి అని అనేయండి. మనకేమున్నాడు, చేసింది ఏం లేదు. ఏనా? నేను ఒకసారి మా ఫ్రెండ్తో అది మంచోళ్ళకి కనపడతాడు కదా అన్నాను. దాని ఏమో మీరు మాత్రం కనపడా అన్నాడు వాడు. నేను ఒకరితో అది మంచోళ్ళకి కనపడతాడు అండి అన్నాను. దాని ఏమో మీరు మాత్రం కనపడరా అన్నాడు. అసిస్టెంట్లు కూడా తిరిగినాం మనం. నేను మంచోడిని కాదు అందరూ తెలుసు. ఫస్ట్ తెలిసిన ఆవిడకి, మా అమ్మకి తెలుసు ముందే. రైట్. The reports from the Northeast including both civilians and, yeah, we were waiting for you, beta. Come. She is not answering, so I was waiting for you. Press them. Let the sound come. Such a decent girls. अरे बम पड़ रही बेटा, बैलून का है, बगल में बम पड़ते रहते हैं. अब कान बंद करो. I wanted to help. So China also provided some assistance to NSCN, National Social Council of Nagaland. Then I said Isaac Muiwa and Kaplan. She said I don't know. Am I right? I am Kaplan group. Am I right? Good. Thank you. Confirmation needed because they are from Nagaland. In fact, a lot of misinformation spread that Nagaland people eat dogs and all. No, they don't. They are very pretty normal people. A lot of rumors and all are spread, nonsense are spoken about. Don't do that. Among these home affairs, several fatalities have been reported from Northeast, including both civilians and security forces. I think I told you about this. Who are all killed? Women, children, including school-going children. 6-7-year-old children were killed in the attack. Women who went to market to buy vegetables were killed. Ordinary business people were killed. Naturally, there will be retaliation. In the oil-rich Assam, militants have periodically targeted oil and gas pipelines for sabotaging, alleging that India is exploiting the natural resources of the state. Look at the language used by Assam. What did it say? India is exploiting the natural resource of Assam. Then who is Assam? If Assam people say, or let's say Karnataka people for a while, since one of your member of parliament, who is the brother of ಬೆಟ್ಟಮೇಲೆ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು, ರಾಜರಾಜೇಶ್ವರಿ ನಗರ ಮುಂಚೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಬೆಟ್ಟ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಇದಲ್ಲ, ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ವಾ? ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್, ಮೈಸೂರು ರೋಡ್. ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ರು, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಗೊತ್ತಂತನಾ? ಹೌ ಡು ಯು ನೋ? ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಮ MP ಬಂದು, one MP member of parliament, believe me, it's in the media. He said that South India, the northern part of India should be declared a separate country. Because we don't speak Hindi, we don't eat your food. Because we are a bread basket. Above Satpura, Madhya Pradesh, we are a bread basket. Wheat. मैं हिंदी में नहीं कहूंगा. चावल कहूंगा, ज्वार कहूंगा, मक्का कहूंगा, लेकिन हिंदी में मैं व्हीट नहीं कहूंगा, क्योंकि मैं नहीं हूं. मैं नहीं हूं, समझे नहीं? वीट को हिंदी में क्या कहते हैं यार? नहीं हूं, स्ट्रेट हूं. गुड. चाहे करण जौहर बोल तो बोले यार, मुझे कोई आपत्ति नहीं है. मैं बोलूंगा, लेकिन लिख के दिखाऊंगा आपको. नहीं हूं. गुड. That's why I always say wheat. Always. हिंदी में नहीं बोलूंगा. चले. तो अब हम लोग रोटी खाते हैं दिन में 3 बार. समोसा खाएं, आटे से बनते हैं. कचौड़ी बनते हैं, आटे से बनते हैं. चावल सप्ताह में 1 बार थोड़ी बहुत खा लिया तो बस है, बहुत ज्यादा है. ಅಕ್ಕಿ ತಿನ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಿಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ. ಅರ್ಸೆಲ್ಲ ಸಾಪಿಡಿಯದಮ್ಮ, ಅದು ಕಡಿயாது, ನನಗೆ சாதமே கிடையாது. உண்மை சொல்றேன். I can't eat rice. நமக்கு இல்லையா? But you can't eat roti, right? All the 3 times. All life. Still I can't eat rice. Very difficult, I eat little rice. Roti to chahiye. By force, if they ask me to eat rice one time, evening I need definitely roti. If I eat idli in the morning, then I won't eat rice again. There's too much of rice for me. So we are different people, you are different people. Your language is different, your traditions are different. ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ವರಮಹಾಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾರ್ತ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ವರಮಹಾಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಪೂಜೆ ಯಾರು ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಬನ್ನಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ನಮ್ಗೇನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪ್ರಸಾದ ನಮಗೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗಿ. ಆ ಹೋಳಿಗೆ ಏನೋ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, ನಮ್ಗೊಂದು 2 ಕೋಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಡೆಲ್ಲಿನ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಗುಂಡಣ್ಣ ಅಂತ ಇಬ್ರು ಅವರು, ಮೈ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ was Preeti Gurraj, my classmate, my batchmate, or you can say she was aspirant with me. She was an IAS officer. Her father used to work in Central Secretariat, and we used to go every Thursday to their house. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಡೆಲ್ಲ ನಡ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು, ರಾಘವೇಂದ್ರ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಪೂಜೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಡ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತಮ್ಮ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು, ನಂಗೆ ಮಂತ್ರಾಲಯ ಅಂತ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ದಾಸ ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯ ಹಾಡೆಲ್ಲ ಹಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆಗಲಿ ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಪೂಜೆ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅವಲಕ್ಕಿ, ಜೇನುತುಪ್ಪ, ಬಾಳೆಹಣ್ಣು, ಬೆಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕಿ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಸಾದ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಯಾವುದೊಂದಮ್ಮ ನನಗೆ ಹೆಸರು ಗೊತ್ತು. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ ನಾವು. ಅದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತಿಂದಿದ್ರು ನಮ್ಗೆ ರಾತ್ರಿ ಊಟ ಆಯಿತು. ಓನ್ಲಿ ಥರ್ಸ್ಡೇ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಅದು. ಅವ್ರ ಗುಂಡಣ್ಣ ಮನೆ, ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ನೇಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಗುರ್ರಾಜಾಚಾರ್. I remember, it's called Gundana and all. I remember that. So you are different, I am different. Similarly, the North India is also different. Now you understand what I mean by that. Now you say that Karnataka people are saying that Government of India is taking my IT products. Can Karnataka ever say India is taking our iron ore from Ballari or Hatti gold mine from Raichur or gold from Kolar KGF? KGF 3 ಬರುತ್ತಾ? ಹೂ ಅಂದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಮುಂಚೆ ಹೂ ಅಂದ್ರಲ್ಲ. ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ. ಈಗ ಐ ಸಾ ಯು, ಎಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್. ನಾನು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೆ ಬಿಡಿಯಮ್ಮ, ಪ್ರತಿಮಾ ಬಿಟ್ಟೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೆ ನಾನು. ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಜುಯೇಷನ್ ಯಾವುದು? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಜುಯೇಷನ್ ಯಾವ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟು? ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಓಹೋ, ಆರ್ಟಿಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಇಂಟೆಲಿಜೆನ್ಸ್, machine learning. What is the role of Python in creating artificial program? Python is a programming language. Really? Without any base? Then who is going to answer that? My grandfather. Then is Python really a language or a medium? Then why do you say language? No, generally I don't know. Be specific. Now tell me, is KGF 3 coming? ಅವರು ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಮುದ್ರನಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಯಾರು? ಯಶ್ ಯಾರು? ಎಷ್ಟು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ? ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಅರೆ ಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಿಸಸ್ ರಾಮಾಚಾರಿ ಅವರು, ಅವ್ರು ಯಾರು? ಯಾವ ನೋಡಿ ಭೇಟಿ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ನಾವು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ವಾ? ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಉಪ್ಪಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಅಪ್ಪು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮನೆಯವರು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಆಗಿಲ್ವಾ? ಇನ್ನೂ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ? ಗುಡ್. ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ದೆ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ತಗೊಂತೀನಿ ನಾನು. ಈ ಥರ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಬಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲೋ ಐ ನೋ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್, ಬಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಒನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್, except one. Otherwise, I know everything. You won't know what is except one. Huh? What is that except one? How my wife thinks. That I don't know. Why she thinks, how she thinks that way, I don't know. I tried to understand, but I could not. I left it. Otherwise, normally I know everything. Polity, geography, economy, current affairs, everything I know. But only I don't know how a woman thinks, especially my wife thinks. If she says yes, it's no. If she says no, it's yes. If she says yes, it's yes. Sometimes no is no. After 2 minutes, yes is no, and other 2 minutes to no is yes. ಇರ್ಲಿ ಬಿಡಿ, ನಾವೇ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಡ್ಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ರೈಟ್. In all its Assam it will have, so India is exploring the assets of a state. India, there is Assam line of thinking. That means Assam believes that it is not part of India. You understand what is alienation? What is separated feeling? I am not you. So you are taking my petroleum. National procedures as the extension of rail lines have either been stalled or have been moved with tardy pace after military attack at the construction sites and abducted workers. So most of the Bihar and other people from Telangana, especially the labor across India, there is a place called Mehboob Nagar. I think very close to your friend. Earlier he was a large district, but his place has been separated as district of Nagar Karnool. The labor force is very famous from Palamuru, known for their migration. One of the most backward districts as such. The workers from Palamuru used to travel across India and Bihar. When they went to Assam to work on a rail project, construction of a railway track, the militants attacked these workers, not men, girls of 14, 15, 16 years who were left in the huts, or women staying in huts when husband went to work. Either they killed the workers. When army and police force went to protection of the workers, the militants came and took away the girls and women. They were left after 2 days. They would come back abused. Then eventually they leave. Nobody will work. When the workers don't work, project will not be completed. Then Indian Railways will not be going into Assam. So development will not happen. If development happens, the government will leave the common people, which the militant never wanted. This is a large idea. Now, of course, we have a train up to Dibrugarh, going through Dimapur, right? From Assam again, Dibrugarh, from West Bengal, Bihar, enter Nagaland for a while, Dimapur, from there you again will go to Dibrugarh. Am I right? Yeah. Thanks to my geography. What is Assam insurgency all about? Assam separatist movements are insurgency movement operating in Northeast India's oil-rich state of Assam. They want separate state, a country. The conflict started in 1970 following tension between the native indigenous Assamese people and the Indian government. The local people and the Indian government. Whose government? Who's India? Who's India? Your India. Our India. Do you know her? You both stay together? Huh? Now, how does she know? Only got to. Same ideology. ಅದೇ ಸುಂದರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನನಗೆ. So, Assamese people and the Indian government, not the Assam and its government. Look at the language. I'll ask a very simple question, I want a very simple answer. There is a contentious river called Kaveri. For some funny reason, Karnataka being the upper riparian river of Kaveri, where the Kaveri river originates at Talakaveri in Kodagu district. Don't look at me like that, I know. Yeah. From there it flows across Karnataka and enters Tamil Nadu. So Karnataka government wants drinking water for Bengaluru because the Krishnarajasagar dam is not sufficient for irrigation and all. Even the water from Mandya is not sufficient. So they want another project and make it Addl project. From Karnataka point of view, it's correct. From Tamil Nadu point of view, it's not acceptable. If you consider a dam here, Tamil Nadu will get lesser water. So Tamil Nadu is opposing. Now, can Tamil Nadu declare war on Karnataka? Karnataka army declare war on Tamil Nadu army. So, Karnataka army, Tamil Nadu army can fight. No. Karnataka police can declare war on Tamil Nadu police. No. Why? Both the DGPs are IPS officers. Indian Police Service. Karnataka Police Service only up to DSP level. Beyond that, they won't go. Since you know Kannada, you are a Kannadiga, you understand the local conditions, will give you some power. But internal issues will not be dealt with the local people. That's why whenever there is any problem, CRPF will come. Because they don't understand your language, so they don't have a sympathy for you. If I leave Karnataka police, ಏನನ್ನ ನೀವು ಆ ಥರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ತೊಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ತಾನೇ ಅಂದರೆ ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ, ನೀವು ಹೋಗಂತ. बट कमिंग फ्रॉम बिहार, इट डजंट नो कन्नड़ा, वो एक ही भाषा जानता है. कौन सी भाषा? जिसकी लाडी उसी की भैंस. ಯಾರ ಕೈಯಾಗ ಲಾಟಿ ಇದ್ದು ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಎಮ್ಮಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅವ್ರ ಕನ್ನಡ ಏನು ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ CRPF ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಾತು? ಇಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ, ಕುಡಿಯೋದೊಂದೇ. as I said, ಲಾಠಿ ಚಾರ್ಜ್. That's the reason this union government in categorical terms declared civil services as all India services. IAS and IPS are all India services. The others are central services like IFS, IRS and all that. So, Indian government or alleged neglect, domination, subjugation, political, social, cultural, economic exploitation and internal colonization through its federal center in Delhi It's noisy than me. Did you say that? No, why are you laughing? If you say it's noisier than me, you mean to say that I'm noisier? I'm noisy. Okay. I'll give a test, internal security test. Let's see. Who will make more noises? Let's see. Before I leave, I'll give a test to you. 50 marks. 3 10-mark questions, 2 15-mark questions. Come to be completed within 1 hour. Oh, 1 hour is too much, right? 40 minutes. Don't worry. No. Right. So, Indian government or alleged neglect, what? Domination. Who is dominating? Indian government is dominating Assam. And subjugation, pressurizing them, and political, they are trying to bring in the political ideology of the national government into Assam. Then the social identities are different, whereas the Indian government identities are different in Delhi. Cultural, our culture is different from your culture, my festival is different from your festival, my language is different from your language. Then, economic exploitation, they say that India is taking away their petrol. An internal colonization, like the British have colonized India, India is colonizing Assam. Like the way British entered India and captured India. So Assam felt that Indian government entered and captured Assam through its federal center in Delhi. The Congress resulted in the deaths of 12,000 United Liberation Front of Assam ULFA members and 18,000 others. 12,000 militants were killed because they had a gun, they opened fire, so army retaliated. Understandable, not acceptable. Not acceptable, but understandable because the fellow had a gun. But what about these people? Who are they? What have they got to do with the movement? Why innocent people were killed? So further invade the issue now. Now you see Assam district map, Kokrajhar, Baksa, Bongaigaon, Chirang. The 4 districts I marked. These 4 are called Bodo land. Can I choose the color? Pen. Bodo land. The 4 districts in this part want to be identified as half of Assam. Udalgiri as well. Not Chirang, Udalgiri. Yeah. The borderland dispute. The Bodos are the single largest tribal community in Assam, making up 56% of the state population. They have controlled large part of Assam in the past. Several organizations contribute to the insurgency, including ULFA, the Adivasi National Liberation Army, Karbi Longri, NC Health Liberation Front, and the National Democratic Front of Bodoland, with ULFA perhaps the largest of these groups and one of the oldest having been founded in 1979. The ULFA attacked the Hindi-speaking migrant. Now change the color. The Hindi-speaking workers, and a movement that exists during succession of the Republic of India. Succession, separation. The unexpected economic, social, cultural, and political exploitation by the Indian state are the main reason behind the growth of the succession movement. The separation movement. The fourth is Assam, Kokrajhar, Baksa, Udalgiri, and Chirang. We'll do it again. Remember the names? Remember the names? Kokrajhar, Baksa, Udalguri, and Chirang. Eraser. Kokrajhar, Chirang, Udalgiri, and Baksa. So technically, these four districts wanted to control half of Assam. Because once upon time, they were more than 50%, though technically for the Bodo movement was 5 to 6%. They are not a big tribe now, but once upon a time they were. So what is Bodoland asking? They want half of Assam to be given as a separate country, not a state. Not in state in India like Telangana movement or Chhattisgarh or Jharkhand, nahi hai. A separate country by itself. The Bodoland dispute. Bodos are the single largest tribal community in Assam, making up Oh. How did you know? So Bodos are the single largest tribal community with 46% of the state population. They have controlled large part of Assam in the past. No. Yeah. Over. In 1987, the All Bodos Union renewed demand divide Assam 50-50. How many of them? 4. 4 districts. What is the percentage of the population? 5 to 6%. What do you want? Half. Acceptable? Proportionate? ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದಾ? ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಮ್ಮ? ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾ? ಕೊಡಬಾರ್ದು. ಅವ್ರು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಗನ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ ಗನ್ ಚೈನಾದಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಅದ್ರ ಬುಲೆಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? You also kill them. Along with this fellow, his family also get killed. 12,000 militants died, 18,000 innocent people died. Don't forget that. ಹೊಡಿಬೇಡ ಗಂಡ, ಬಡಿಬೇಡ ಗಂಡ, ನಿನ್ಗೆ ಇಟ್ಟಿದೆಲ್ಲ ದಂಡ ಅಂತ ಅವರು ಅನ್ನೋದು. ಇಂಡಿಯವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗಂಡ ತಾನೆ, ಯಜಮಾನರು ನಾವು ಅಲ್ವೇ? ಸೈಟ್ ಈಗ ಅಂದಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ ನಾನು, ಅರೆ ಬೋಲ್ಬಿಡ. And I'll teach you poetry, don't wait. ಹೊಡಿಬೇಡ ಗಂಡ ಬಡಿಬೇಡ ಗಂಡ ನಿನ್ಗಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ದಂಡ. ಅರೆ ಬೋಲ್ಬೇಡ, ಐ ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಯು. ಅದು ಈ ತರ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. You call me daring, right? I'll tell you. So, on the call given by the ABSUs, all Bodo Student Union, the leader Upendranath. Surprisingly, this fellow disappeared. At 36 years, or something like this fellow disappeared. No, he could not be seen anywhere. I think he was in Tihar for a while. I don't know, I wish I remember. After that, we don't know what happened to him. No one knows. Seriously. No one knows what happened to him. The underlying founder of the Assam movement, 1975, whose culmination is Assam Accord by Rajiv Gandhi. That is Rahul Gandhi's father. Yeah, Sonia Gandhi's husband. He is the one who brought Assam Accord under the demands of the protection safeguard of Assamese people. The Prime Minister of India agreed to protect and safeguarding the interests of Assamese people, leading the Bodos to launch a movement to protect their own identity. Then there was a separate community. All Bodos Union renewed the demand and the Assam movement happened. The Bodo identity was created. We want a separate identity called Bodo land. The demand for section mainly in northeast states arise primarily from the ethnic identity, consciousness. I mean, they know that ethnically they are different. The region is home to hundreds of tribes with distinct languages, cultures, and traditions, leading to a strong sense of we versus others. The northeastern people have a different, distinct feeling that we are not you. Historically, the colonial administration excluded the British areas, policy and post-independent integration without adequate consultation deepened feelings of alienation. Before colonization, the Britishers exploited them. After independence, post-independence integration without adequate consultation, without ever bothering to find out their opinion, Indian government forced itself on the northeastern states. Indian government made them agree that you are part of India. Indian government has its own reasons as well. Ethnic groups often perceive Indian state as an external force eroding the culture through migration, militarization, and development projects. So whenever the government of India brought in projects, Northeast felt only that our culture, our identity, our basic issues have been not taken care. They were not consulted us. Socio-economic development, lack of infrastructure, and limited political representation. You will take 7 to 8% of the population would not have so many MPs, so their voice will not be heard. No political party was ready to accept or listen to their demands, which further caused many problems. Even if they wanted to join the democratic process, they were not consulted enough. Further fuel resentment, anger, disappointment. Insurgency movement thus project ethnic preservation as justification for succession. So northeastern states which have an ethnic identity would say that to protect ourselves we are going for a succession suppression motive. However, framing session purely on ethnicity ignores the intertribal rivalries. This to be noted, on the basis of ethnicity, are all the northeastern tribes together? No. Are they all on the same page? No. Do they have the same kind of agreement? No. Their own tribals are into rivalries. And they have an economic aspiration. Some people wanted development. Well, today we have Armstrong, the miracle man of Meghalaya. You heard about him? No? Who laid 100-kilometer road on his own? Don't know? His name is Armstrong. Such miracle man, IAS officer. Miracle man IAS officer, Armstrong, in the 100-kilometer road in Meghalaya. Right? What's full name? Armstrong? Fame. Armstrong fame known for building 100 people's road in Myanmar. Manipur. I think he's from Meghalaya. Anyway, that's about it. ಮುದುಕನಾಗ್ತಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಮರ್ತೋಗ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಪ್ಪ. ದೊಡ್ಡನಾಗಿದ್ದೀನಲ್ವಾ, ಮರ್ತೋಗ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಬೇಡವಾ? ಮರ್ತೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾ ಬೇಡ? ಹೌದಾ? ತುಂಬ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲನೂ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನಾನು ಯಾವುದು ಮರ್ತು ಹೋಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಹೋದರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇರತ್ತದು. ಅದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದಾಗಲಿ ಕೆಟ್ಟದಾಗಲಿ ಸುಖವಾಗಲಿ ದುಃಖವಾಗಲಿ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನನಗೆ ಮರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯವೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ನಾಟ್ ಫರ್ಗೆಟ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಮೀ ಹೌ, ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ. I remember, that's it. So, economic aspiration and external influence with cross-border support from Myanmar and China. Both are same. Myanmar has what kind of governance, beta? Myanmar has what kind of a governance? నేను చెప్పాను, జుంటా. కల్ బతాయా, ఆజ్ భూల్ గయే. హెయిర్ వాష్ చేసుకున్నారా? ఏ షాంపూ వాడారు? ఆల్ క్లియరా? విచ్ షాంపూ ಯೂಸ್? ಕೂದಲು ವಾಶ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ ಶಾಂಪೂ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು? ವಿಚ್ ಶಾಂಪೂ ಯೂಸ್? ವಾಟ್ ಡು ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ಇಟ್? But for one, there is one shampoo in the market called All Clear. Please, UPSC aspirant, don't use it. You go into bathroom, take mug of water, pour on your head and take All Clear, apply, come out of the bathroom, All Clear. कल बताया था ना बेटा, నేను చెప్పలేదా మీకు జుంటా అని? మరి ఎట్లా మర్చిపోతారు? అర్థమవుతుందమ్మా. That luxury we don't have it. So actually, China's government is in Myanmar. Myanmar has junta, military administration by China. Proxy. Myanmar is China's proxy. Hence, while ethnicity is a core mobilizing factor, the roots of successionist tendencies also linked to government defects, resource conflicts, and geopolitical dynamics involving China, Bangladesh, and of course Pakistan as well. In 2004, Supreme killed more than 30 million cockroach gerents only 4. In 2000, Bodo Muslim riots, hundreds were killed and almost 5 lakh were displaced. Bodos by nature hate Muslims. They know the reason. Like there was an idiot in the world. No. If I call him idiot, the real idiots will be insulted. He killed people because they are from a particular community. Even women, children were killed. His name was Adolf Hitler. If you find Nazi should not, if a Jew should not be alive. The concentration camps, and they were killed. Women, children, if it is a Jew, the person should be killed. Such a worst fellow ever in the history. So similarly, Bodos also have a particular hatred towards the Muslim community. Now, if at all you ask Bodo people, why you hate? They said from Bangladesh, they enter Assam and take away our jobs. From Myanmar, Rohingyas come, they stay in our place, they take away our food. If that were true, they are there from 10th century onwards. Or 8th century onwards. How many Muslims can we drive away? Who are they? They are our own people. Okay, they have a different belief system. If you have any problem, you can sit and discuss. There is a solution method for it. You don't hate people and kill people. Where so many people were killed, hundreds were killed, and almost 5 lakh were displaced. Yeah. Now let's come to what is the history of ethnic conflicts in Manipur. Manipur, it was there in the recent news, so probably it can be a current affairs question as well. Manipur was ruled and governed by a Hindu dynasty. Wait a minute, I have data, or I'll give the data to you. Tomorrow you'll get that in Telegram group. Are you getting the PPTs? Did you get it? This also you get it, and I'll send my additional document about Manipur history. One particular kingdom, a dynasty has been ruling over centuries. If you don't make noise. ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. I'm feeling my age, right? No. ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಸೀಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು AC ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನೀವು ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ನಾವು ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಕಿವಿಗೆ ಏನು ತೊಂದ್ರ? ನನ್ನ ಗಂಟ್ಲಿಗೆ ಇರಲಿ ಬಿಡಿ. ಆದರೆ ಸೊ where was I? Yeah. There was a dynasty which was ruling over. They had their own system of belief system. They had their own god, there are anything like this. Then a king came across and converted into Hinduism. Then these Metis became Hindus. Metis are essentially Hindus. And ever since they have been ruling over. They had a very good relation with Myanmar kings. Many Myanmar people came across in Manipur and settled. And Myanmar Muslims came to Manipur and lived there. And the Manipuri, the Myanmar people called, the Burma people, as well Burma, called this king as a Farishta, God's agent. He was like a god to them. A Hindu king was called God by the Muslim people. Such was the identity and understanding between the king and the people. No issues at all. Then independence occurred, then movement happened and all. Then in the meantime, when the Britishers' colonization happened, some tribals in Manipur were identified as a Christian because they converted to Christianity. But these are the tribals and they are the Metis are the Plateau people. The Manipuri government, the Manipur Legislative Assembly passed a bill saying that even Metis are scheduled tribe. That under the Kuki Zomi tribals, if we are tribals, they are not tribals, how can they become ST? What is your problem? If they also become ST, they will fight for the reservation and we have to share our resource with them. If there are 10 jobs for ST community, if Metis join ST, what will happen? 5 and 5. Otherwise they got all 10. Then share half of their opportunity with the Plateau people who are not scheduled tribe. So, Kuki people started violence against Metis, Hindus, and they fought against this. Funnily, both militant organizations were supported by China. That's what China wanted. It wanted to destabilize India. Yeah. Manipur was no stated violent problem, but the ongoing violence between the Kuki Zomi tribals and the largely Hindu Metis is the first time in 3 decades that the state has witnessed that between 2 ethnic groups. When this was going on, Rahul Gandhi ji started his march from Manipur. They were hitting each other. In the meantime, the Shanghai Corporation, Peace SCO, the Shanghai Peace Organization, what happened, SCO meeting happened. Then Narendra Modi ji went to meet Xi Jinping. What happened, we don't know. After meeting the Chinese president, Indian Prime Minister meeting the Chinese president, agreeing with whatever they discussed, nobody knows. Suddenly, the Manipuri violent protest stopped. You have Google now? Open it for a while. Google open, Madi. వీళ్ళు మాడి మాడి అంటుంటారు, మాతాడు మాతాడు అంటారు, అది మీ తాడు మాతాడు కాదు, మాట్లాడు అని అర్థం. నీ తాడు మాతాడు కాదు. మాడు మాడు అంటే మార్చుకోవడం కాదండి, ఇక్కడ చేయండి అని అర్థం. ఓపెన్. How, not how, why Manipur violence, why Manipuri violence stopped. Why Manipuri violence stopped after the Indian Prime Minister, Indian PM, meeting the Chinese President. After meeting the Chinese President, you get the answer there. Was it written there? Hey, someone read out, man.
Why Manipuri violence stopped after the Indian Prime Minister meeting the Chinese President? There is no established causal link between PM and Modi.
That much I told you. But immediately Manipur violence is stopped. That much is pakka. That is confirmed. Agreed, boss. I am not denying it. But why only after meeting the Chinese President is what I want. I know you know established evidence and all. But I want to prove that the Indian Prime Minister meeting the Chinese President and Indian violence in one of the Indian states stopped. You establish a link now. Loudly. Directly open. It can't be coincidence. Pakka. I could have stopped one day before, I could have continued afterwards as well. There was no involvement of China. Manipur as well, not Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur also. Anywhere in northeastern state, if there is a fight or a quarrel or a violence, it is supported by China. Through Myanmar, pakka. Evidence established. My question here is, I want to prove, with those people who are watching me on YouTube and all, probably would all be searching now. Though established contact can be maintained, but definitely one thing is sure. In SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization meeting on the sidelines of it, when the Indian Prime Minister met the Chinese President, after that Manipuri violence stopped. So far nothing happened. What happened we don't know, but good thing happened that China agreed, but after coming back, not before going. Remember that. After meeting SCO, after meeting Chinese President, he came to Manipur. Till that time he didn't go to Manipur. Note this point, Your Honor. Now you understand the game now. Now I will show the movie. You understand the game now? Very good. That's wonderful, children. First time in 3 decades, witnessed direct clashes between these two groups. The insurgence in Manipur is a complex issue rooted in the ethnic tensions, historical grievances, long back because they are Hindus and they are Christians. Naturally, these Hindu people ill-treated, mistreated the Kuki tribals. So they converted to Christianity. Conversion happens in society. Article 25 categorically says religious propagation is a possibility. No. ಏನು ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಓದಿದ್ರಪ್ಪ ನೀವು? Can any religion propagate? Any problem? But no force can be applied. What's the word? Applying force or luring to convert a religion. proselytization. Converting a person into another religion by applying force or lure or attracting, it's called proselytization, which is again a crime, an offense. It will attract punishment. So, historical grievances and political dynamics. Key factors include, we'll go now. Ethnic tensions. The conflict in the Niti community in the valley and the Kuki Naga tribes in the hills driven by competition for land, resource and political representation because it is ST issue. The Metis were given SC status with the Kuki and Naga tribals opposed it. That's the issue. Now, what all that the reservation would get, they would have to share. I am asked to share my resource with someone else. Will I be happy? To fill my stomach, to satiate my hunger, I need 4 rotis or 3 rotis. Then someone asks me to share 2 rotis or half of my roti with someone else. Will I be happy? No. Who's calling? Grandfather. Okay. Does he know that you're in a class? Message, text. Tell him otherwise. So what happens now? When you share your resources, you will have less food to eat. So you are not happy. So you would not give that. When you don't give it, they want it. The bill has been passed in the assembly that Mutis are STs. But cookies don't accept it. Now the fight starts. Don't worry. You both are fighting, I'll give you guns. Who gave guns to them? China gave. To whom it gave? To cookies and Mutis. To both the parties, China gave guns. Who is beating each other? Not China and India. Both the tribals are beating each other. Clear? Historical grievances. Discontent over the forced merger of Manipur into India and subsequent delay in granting statehood. First, Manipur was forcibly taken into India. Manipuri people did not accept or agree to join India. After the subsidiary alliance ended, but the June offer was given by Mountbatten, Lord Clement Attlee. So, Congress party agreed to it, and the British was ready to exit India. Automatically, the subsidiary alliance signed by the British, the East India Company and the British government, the British Queen, with the Indian provinces, Indian kings, ended automatically. Now, all the time which were under the British control were released. So, all the kings became independent by themselves, be it Jammu Kashmir or Awadh, Hyderabad Nawab, Mysore Maharaja, Wadayar, Jaipur Raja, Junagadh. So, all the kings became free. The Bengal Nawab. Similarly, the Metis, the Manipuri king also became free. Now, the unification process of the Constitution of India to merge. The Constitution of India made a schedule, Schedule 10, right? Manipur comes under schedule 10. Check Akbar. Northeastern states come under which schedule? 6th. Not Manipur. Manipur comes later. Huh? Added. Tribal areas. So comes under 6th. Tribal area. So it comes under that. But some amendment was made to some schedule, which I remember. Anyway, that's a part. Maybe an article might have been passed, might have been some added somewhere. Let's check that. You asked for Polity Hill, more than be happy to tell you. I don't know much about. Amida? So, Manipur was forcibly taken into Indian government. All right. Then it was a union territory for a long time. Manipur was administered by the union government for long. It never wanted to join. All right, you took forcibly. You could have given a statehood autonomy. It's not a federal state anymore. Like Ladakh. When Article 370 was removed, Schedule 10 amendment was made, Kashmir. All the 3 states, Jammu Kashmir was made the 3 provinces, union territories, Kashmir, Jammu and Ladakh. Jammu Kashmir were made the state now and elections were conducted, but not Ladakh. That's why that fellow is still fighting. So, granting state would need to separate this movement. Political discontent, they are not happy, perceived by the hill communities and a desire for greater autonomy for a separate administration. The hill communities, that is Kuki Zomi tribes, especially the Kuki Zomi tribes, thought or felt that they were marginalized. They were not taken into consideration while political decisions were taken. All the decisions were taken by BT leaders and not Kuki tribals were not allowed here. That is one discontent that Kuki leaders had it. Economic factor, the use of border with Myanmar for drug trafficking. Manipur borders with Myanmar and a lot of border uses for drug trafficking. The China's insurgency and the strain on resources due to refugee inflows. From Myanmar, many people come into Manipur, taking away their resources, which Manipur objects to. External support, allegations of external funding and training from China to certain meaty insurgent groups. Later on, Kuki also got a support from China. So both are hitting each other. Essentially, Metis were supported by China, which is evident. Later on, it happened that way. The elites of various insurgent groups, some of which have entered into suspension of operations, agreement with the government, but later on they were cancelled and they also started fighting. Recent triggers, what really happened in the recent past, that Manipur is in news. Why Manipur is a current affair issue. The demand for scheduled tribe status of the Metis, who are essentially from plateau area. They sparked protests and violence and the ongoing delimitation process. The government of India is making a delimitation process now, based on the population size. Many constituents will change. Their sizes will change, the electorate get changed. Way back 2011, census happened. almost 15 years or 16 years now. In the meantime, India produces 51 children per minute. So 51 into 60 into 24 into 365 into 15 years. These many people would have joined. Another 3 years, if it is 18 years, it will become a voter now. If you take away 10 to 15% of the dead voters, otherwise what they do is now, the amendments happening, revisioning happening, SIR is happening, which West Bengal opposes, which is a normal course. It's nothing new. It has been doing it since long. Election Commission does it. Somebody might have migrated, somebody might have expired, or somebody might have illegally entered. So the delimitation process is going on now. Because we were supposed to conduct the census in 2021. But unfortunately, 2020 March 21st, Janta curfew was there. The next day onwards, lockdown was imposed, and for almost 1.5 years, we could not. And had a lot of economic strain on the country. 2021, 22 we recovered, 23 vaccination happened. Nothing else could be done. And 24 elections are around the corner. Government could not dare do census. Because if you do census, it should be done on the basis of religion identities. Then the government will not comfortable. So they waited for the election to get completed, hoping that they will be back, and they are back. The present government is back. So they are doing it 2027 now. 2027, by February we should complete it. For the first time ever, a digital census is going on. All then they used to come home, right? Not anymore. It's digitalization. Because we all are linked with Aadhaar number and mobile number. It's called JAM Trinity. Jandan, Aadhaar, mobile. And every Aadhaar has an OTP facility. The moment somebody asks you, you get an OTP. So you can enter your details automatically or enumerated as citizen. Then they take the domicile status. Jai Prakash Rau, who are you? I'm an Indian. How do you prove? I'm an Indian. How do you know? How do you say? I'm born in Delhi, man. Which locality? Chandni Chowk. Oh, Chandni Chowk which area? तो वो लाल गली है ना वहां पर. अच्छा अच्छा. भाई मंदिर था ना, शिव जी का मंदिर? नहीं सर, हमारे गली में कोई शिव जी का मंदिर नहीं है. राम जी का था, और आगे गए एक मस्जिद था. Fine. He knows that you are Indian. If you are born in India, you know the locality and the landmarks. If you are not from this place, you don't know. Are you all from Bengaluru proper? Anyone? You said Bengaluru, right? You were that girl. Shantinagar bus stand? ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮುಂಚೆ KH ರೋಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, KH ರೋಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ವಾ? ಯು ಆರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ದೆನ್. ವಾಟ್ ಡಸ್ KH ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್? ಕೆಂಗೇರಿ ಹನುಮಂತಯ್ಯ. ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ಹಿ? erstwhile CM of Karnataka. So she is from Bengaluru. You are from Bengaluru. I can prove. Or you have a school, birth certificate, something to prove that you are born brought up in this country. Now, how will these people prove who entered the country and into Manipur, or settled there, who are enjoying the benefits given to the local people. So, this was it where both communities have expressed concerns about representation. Mutis, large in number, having dominant force, wanted a major share in the governance. Cookies, tribals, a minority, want proportionate representation in the governance, to which Mutis don't agree. If Mutis don't agree, Cookies don't agree. So fight with each other. In that, the incidents have led to numerous clashes, displacement, and humanitarian crisis happened. A lot of problems happened between these two countries. Nagaland, we'll talk about briefly. Is a mountainous state in northeast India bordering Myanmar. Like Manipur, Nagaland also border of Myanmar. It's home to diverse indigenous tribes, different tribes. They are local tribes with festivals and are marked by celebrating the different tribes' culture, which I told you. Each tribe has its own culture, tradition, method of celebration, their own dietary culture, dietary practices, and they have a language and dialects. Its capital city of Kohima suffered heavy fighting in World War II, though having a Naga battalion there. For Nagaland people, Nagas, participated in World War II on behalf of India. Can you believe? There is a Naga battalion in the Indian Army. How patriotic they would have been, who laid down their lives fighting for the country. Such patriotic people, why have they turned violent? Think about it, you get the answer. Not always one side. Look at it from the other side, you understand. That makes you a comprehensive picture of preparation for UPSC. In case of Kohima suffered heavy fighting, commemorated by the memorials at the Kohima War Cemetery. You can go and read there, everything written in English. The valiant stories of the soldiers who gave their lives. A plaque is there, so the name is written and all. Such a wonderful place it is. Go to Kohima when you can. The Nagaland Shed Museum exhibits ancient weaponry, a ceremonial drum, and other traditional Naga cultural artifacts like the dresses and all. The new generation has changed to jeans, t-shirts and all, but they have their own festival dresses, dance culture and all that. So you can find that in Nagaland State Museum. I am telling you because every ethnicity, every ethnic group, or every particular tribe is and will be proud of its uniqueness. Nothing wrong with it. If you Kannadigas believe that Kannada is a very beautiful language, it should be Kannada Kasturi Andra, ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ನಡ ವೇದಿತ್ಯ ಕನ್ನಡ ಸತ್ಯ ಅಂದ್ರು, ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ರು ಕನ್ನಡವಾಗಿರು, ಹೇಗಿದ್ರು ಕನ್ನಡವಾಗಿರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಯ್ತು ನೋಡಿ, ಅದೇನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ. No one has objection to it. You are preserving your culture, you are preserving your food. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಳಿಗೆ ಮನೆ ಕಾಣಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಹೋಳಿಗೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಫುಡ್ ನಿಂದದು. You can show the culture, tradition. Similarly, Andhra people are famous for very particular about their food, their biryani, chittigarelu, గారెలు చిట్టి నాటుకోడి కూర చిట్టి గారెలు. మీరేం తక్కువ, మీరు రాగి ముద్ద వేసుకొని తింటారు, సంగటి రాగి సంగటి తినరా? మరి ఇక్కడ మండ్యా పోతే ముద్ద తినరా? ముద్దే సారు తింటారಲ್ಲ, ಮುದ್ದೆ ಸೊಪ್ಪಿನ ಸಾರು ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಮಂಡ್ಯದ ಗಂಡ ಅದನ್ನು ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದಾರಲ್ಲ ಆಟೋ ಹಿಂದೆ. ಅರೆ ಬೋಲ್ನಾ, ಮಂಡ್ಯದ ಗಂಡು ಬಾಯ್. ಗಂಡ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಹಸ್ಬೆಂಡ್, ಹೋಗಿ ಸರ್, ಗಂಡ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಹಸ್ಬೆಂಡ್, ಗಂಡು ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಬಾಯ್. अरे डू लग गए यार, कोई नहीं. I can't read Kannada. I can't read any of the South Indian languages. But I ask people, ಏನು ಬಂದಿದ್ದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ. ಏನೋ BMTC ಬಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊತಿರಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಸ್ಕ್ರೋಲಿಂಗ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಡು ಯು ನೋ ಕನ್ನಡ? ಕನ್ನಡಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು ಎಷ್ಟು ಹುಷಾರಂದ್ರೆ, ಕನ್ನಡ ನನಗೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಕನ್ನಡ ಅವನು ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಅಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ನಡ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅವನಿಗೆ. ಅವನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಒಂದು 10 ನಿಮಿಷ ಈ ಥರ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ. ಹೌದಾ ನೀವು ಕನ್ನಡವರಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಇಷ್ಟು ಕನ್ನಡ ಅಷ್ಟೊತ್ತು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತೆ, ಅದು மட்டும் வரும். நான் தமிழ்காரன் இல்லை, தமிழ் வராது சார். உங்களமா தாராள பேச வராது, அப்படியே தமிழ் பேசணும், அப்படிலாம் வரும் சார், அது மட்டும் வரும், அப்படிலாம் வராது. சரி அது போதும். So I'll ask the fellow, what is written there? Then he will translate. I said, don't want to translate, tell me what is written there. Read in Kannada and tell me. Because if I hear once, I'll remember it. ಮಹಿಳೆಯರ ಮೀಸಲಿರುವ ಆಸನ ಕುಳಿತ ಪ್ರಯಾಣಿಸುವ ಪುರುಷರಿಗೆ ₹100 ದಂಡ ವಿಧಿಸಲಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. So I can't read, so that fellow will read, I will listen to it. Then I said, what is meesaliruva? Reserved. Okay. The other day in metro, ಮಹಿಳೆಯರ ಕಾಯ್ದಿಸಿರುವ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ದಿದೆ. ಅದೇನು ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಕಾಯ್ದಿಸಿರುವ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ರಿಸರ್ವ್ಡ್. ಪಗಡೆಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಡರ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾನ್, ಕನ್ನಡಿಗಾನ್ ಹೌದು. ಟೆಲ್ ಮಿ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಮೀಸಲಿರುವ ಅಂಡ್ ಕಾಯ್ದಿಸಿರುವ. After 2 minutes he was not there. ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೆ ಪಾಪ, ಮೆಟ್ರೋ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕೋ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಟ್ಟಾನ ಅವನು ಪಾಪ, ದೊಡ್ಡವರು. ಏನು ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್? ಮೀಸಲಿರುವ ಕಾಯ್ದಿಸಿರುವ, ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ರಿಸರ್ವ್ಡ್, ರೈಟ್? ಇನ್ನು ನಮಗೆ ಆಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂತೆ ಬಿಡಿ. ಸೊ ಐ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಲರ್ನ್ ದ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ದಟ್ ವೇ. ಸೊ every tribe, every culture, every tradition, we are proud about our own culture. Like Punjabi people, Delhi people, we are proud. Similarly, you people are proud. Similarly, Andhra people are proud. We are proud about our own culture. So are Nagas. They are valiant heroes who gave their lives in the war to protect India. The ethnic of Nagaland in northeast India is an ongoing conflict fought between the ethnic Nagas and the governments of India and Myanmar. Nagaland, inhabited by the Nagas, a tribal group, is located in the tri-junction border of India on the west, south and north, Myanmar on the east. India on the west and east, and Myanmar on the north and east, we have a tri-junction. It will like this. National Socialist Council of Nagaland, Kaplang. I asked you, beta. You said, I don't know. Then she came and confirmed it. Then comes Muiwa, Isaac Muiwa. No? You don't know about your own story? You know, right? Good. I also know. Which was independent Greater Nagaland to include territory now in Myanmar based on the ethnicity and a Naga National Council, Addl. These Naga people want a separate country, and also parts of Myanmar which are the same ethnicity. Some tribal groups of Nagas are also in Myanmar. So Nagas want some part of Myanmar and a part of India and to declare themselves a separate country. Neither Myanmar agrees nor India agrees. The question of Naga sovereignty was put to plebiscite on 16th May 1951. Plebiscite, referendum, or public opinion. Plebiscite means a vote. You want to be Naga, a separate country, or you want to be in India? Something like they were asked. To defend themselves, the Naga, after much deliberations, formed the armed wing of NNC, came to be known as NSG, Naga Safeguards, under Kaito Sukha. He is the military leader. I think you find these photographs also, right? Sukha's photographs? No, you have not seen them. You are too young and all. You are all Gen Z? 2005 onwards. 2005, 6 born, right? 2003, 2004. 2002. 2008. 2007. I'm not asking your age, I'm asking the birth year. You tell me your birth year, I'll calculate the age. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಏಜ್ನ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವ ವರ್ಷ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ನಾನು ಏಜ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ನ ನಾನೇ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತೀನಿ. ವಿಚ್ ಇಯರ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ 2004. ವಿಚ್ ಇಯರ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ 2001. ಆಲ್ ರೈಟ್. So probably you might not be knowing. After 2000, things have changed in Nagaland to great extent, especially 1999 onwards. After Addl Vajpayee, things have changed a lot. Because 96 I joined the service, 97, 98, 99 I was in the Ministry of Economic Affairs, Budget Department. Then I had a very close contact. Then when I came to income tax as a SFIO, Assistant Commissioner SFIO, Serious Fraud Investigation Office, I was under the control of lot of illegal money coming into country that came from Myanmar and all. 1946, the creation of Naga National Council under the Fizo's leadership. The NSG leaders and the governor of Assam, Sir Akbar Hydari, signed 9-point agreement which granted Nagas right over the lands and legislative and executive powers. But very unfortunately, when this was being signed, the Naga leaders were in China. They came back and said, no, it's not acceptable to us. The judiciary of Naga courts were empowered into law from the provincial or central legislatures could affect this agreement. All was given, but the law controlling mechanism was not given to Nagas. All political decisions can be made. Legislative power was given, but the administrative and judicial part was taken away from Nagas. And then we vested with central legislatures. Very significantly, the agreement included a clause demanding that Nagas be brought into the same administrative unit at the earliest. So, in a way, the government of India gave everything, but did not give what is required. However, one clause stipulated, the government of Assam as the agent of the government of India will have a special responsibility for a period of 10 years to ensure the due observance of this agreement to be extended for a further period. Initially 10 years, after 10 years, it can be extended. Who had the power? The government of Assam. Who is government of Assam? Agent of Government of India. So technically who has the power? Government of India. A new agreement regarding the future of Naga people to be arrived at.